Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with my brother Baron Norman Tag.
Howdy.
Hopefully, everybody's doing well. I know my brother New Bomb Turk has some business to take care of, and hopefully, we might get a visit from our other brother Vigilante Williamson. But
That'd be great.
hopefully, everybody's doing well. Like to say what's up to Lord Thoth out there. What's going on, my brother? And want to see how you doing today, Baron. How's it going, man?
Oh, not doing so bad. Not so bad at all. Been having some warm but nice weather, thank goodness. Even though you're talking about weather coming up. Uh, the pups are all tied down and sleeping right now, so hopefully we'll have a peaceful, bark free stream going on. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Right. I know out here, man, it's been hot. Been 103, 105, say with the
Hmm.
heat index, like 116, 118. It's crazy. There's been
Yeah.
people passing out. It's been all kind of things happening. So,
Hmm.
hopefully everybody's staying hydrated, you know, uh, drinking plenty of fluids. You got to make sure you keep your potassium straight.
You got it.
Thank God for Gatorade,
You,
right?
exactly. Exactly. And you don't want to drink too much water because that can flush you out too much. You had that Marine that died because he was drinking too much water on one of their march things. So it's like, it's those electrolytes that are important.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Like I say, what's up to my brother Low Spec Linux laptop? What's going on, Low Spec?
Oh,
Jeff in
I
the
think I
house.
saw
How's it
him
going,
earlier.
man?
I think I saw that
Yeah.
penguin earlier.
Lord Dahl says wildfires, tornadoes, and thunder showers here in the mid
Oh,
30s Celsius. Let's
oof.
wait. What's 30 Celsius out here in what's
Oh, 's
30
warm,
would
that's
would
for
be
sure.
what in Fahrenheit?
I'm checking on that right now.
That kind of thing always,
That would
I
be
guess
about
I can
86
grab the phone
degrees.
and
86
look, but
degrees. Yeah, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about what it
86.
is here. It's 89 here, so we're about 30 Celsius.
Yeah,
So 30
we're
makes it sound cooler for us people that
I
use
know,
the
right?
imperial system.
I know. I know here in Houston we're in the hundreds. I know in other parts of Texas it's even hotter than it is here.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's getting kind of hectic.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
it's funny. You heard about Julian Sands?
yes, I know.
Man,
Hard to believe.
I know, right? I know
The
it's crazy.
warlock is the warlock is gone.
You know, he was a pretty good actor too.
Yeah, he was. He was, and he wasn't that old either. I mean, what his age was 65. I mean, I still consider that young.
Uh, I know, right? Lord Thought says 90s. Yeah, 95 today with the humidity makes it 100. I know out here they have the heat index, throws it up quite a bit.
Hmm.
Project Storytime. What's going on, man? It says hello everyone passing through like and hail, man. Thank you, man. Josh, man, it's great to have you here, man. Hopefully everything's good with you, man. Zachariah 315. Howdy y'all. How's it going, man? Project Storytime says 77 and muggy in Pittsburgh. I feel you, man.
Ugh.
Damn. Psycho Dwarf 9. What's up? What? Man, I tell you. Ah man, I hear man, it's been brutal, man. It's been brutal out here, man. Psycho Dwarf 9 says 90s and windy here in Idaho. That's what's up, man.
Mm.
See, Psycho Dwarf 9, he's a pimp. out there with all the Idahos, you know.
Yeah.
There you go, man. That's my brother, man. Psychodorf 9, man. Great to have you here, man. Glenzer, what's up, Glenzer? Says despite the heat, people don't want that theater AC. Hollywood fizzling out. I know, right?
Yeah. Which is sad that it's come to that. Really is.
Psychodorf 9 says LOL. Yeah. Hey, it's crazy. Man, look, I'm be honest, man. Now that Glenza just put it out there, he
Mhm.
so basically the Flash, right? It's,
Right.
I mean, it's not new. It's not. I mean, people already know what's going on with it. I mean, it's
Right.
so basically to this point, it's like at 130, 140 mil, something like that, somewhere in between.
Right.
Then this is worldwide.
Hmm.
That's bad.
It is. It's
Yeah,
not
that
even in the
movie,
top five.
yeah, and
It's
that movie took what? Anyway, I don't know. I keep hearing two different numbers. I keep hearing 200 mil, and I keep hearing 300 mil. So I don't know.
I
It might be
think
250. I've heard 280 mil to budget and everything to put that thing together.
I think some of
Um,
that's that the budgeting for when you start getting the higher number is basically the advertising, basically spin
yeah,
control they've been having
that's
to
what
do.
I've right. That's what I've heard. The advertising
Yeah.
has a nice little bit to it.
Hmm.
And
And
then
they need to do
go for it.
more of this time. Yeah, they need to do more of this time because of a certain schmuck.
Yeah, well, you know, it's it's crazy to see how that's like, you know, that's failing, and then all of a sudden you got Indiana Jones.
Which says, hold my beer.
Wow, Zach
I
brought
mean,
315. Oh, my brought 315 says it's raining on and off here. Huh?
okay. Yeah, I mean, good old Indiana Jones did not have a good start, and it's going to go downhill from here. Is put a fork in it. It's officially a bomb.
Man,
It
never
opened
thought I'd
worse than the
see.
Flash.
Right. The thing is, I don't know. Never thought I'd see. It's funny. I'm being for real. Like I
Hmm.
loved Indiana Jones.
Right.
Um, had a few of his action figures when I was a youngin, and how can I say this, man? I never thought I would see like him, like his character, along with like James Bond and Han Solo and Luke and a lot of other
Hmm.
cats. I don't know. For some reason, Disney just has a hard on for killing for trying to put down their male characters nowadays. I'm talking about this all
Right.
of them too. The Hulk is a pussy and She Hulk.
Hmm.
Thor and Love and Thunders, whatever. Fuck. I mean, it's just so much shit. Loki looks like whatever in his own show. Um, it's bad, and I don't know. Just see Lucasfilm be a part of doing you know, two iconic characters, even played by the same guy. Like you got Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
Hmm.
You got Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy's bullshit or whatever. Just
Hmm.
yeah, just destroying both. It's like she has a part to do with what's being done with those characters,
Right.
and it's crazy how Harrison Ford just seemed like he was actually like he was okay to basically be a part of the demise of these two iconic characters that he played. Ain't that's just crazy? Like he let Han Solo go to shit, and now he just let Indy go to shit, and he
And
just
it's not. Oh, I'm sorry.
nah. I was gonna say, and he just went along with it.
Well, it's not surprising with Han Solo because he doesn't like Han Solo. But he always sat back and went out there and said how much he loved Indiana Jones and the character that he played in that one. And here, basically, the scene. No, I haven't seen the movie, so but I'm just hearing what other people were saying about it. Is basically letting that character be treated the same way. It's like, well, don't you have anything to do with how you feel about this character being treated this way, especially by Fleabag?
Right.
My God, anything. Oh, jeez. Her. It's just. It's disgusting. She wants to be a sex symbol so bad. And it's like, yeah, you don't have it in you. So it's like, I bash men because I want to be sexy.
It's funny. Sagersdorf 9 says, I got AC, I got Tombstone. I can make popcorn. Who wants to show up? Bring your own booze.
There we go.
There you go, man. Now you talking there, brother. Lindsay said
Mm-hmm.
Blue Beetle producers got to be sweating bullets. You know what? Not only them, but Aquaman, like James Wan and the people for Aquaman, like they should be fucking shitting bricks too.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've heard Aquaman tested very bad. Like it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was just on the same level. It was testing just as the same level as like Black Adam, and which means that it was not good. And then and I heard that. I also heard that it was supposed like it's written like it's partially written by Jason Momoa, so he helped write the script and the whole nine. I heard it was on some eco-friendly kind of thing. Like it's like I don't know. It's supposed to be like like a captain, like an episode of Captain Planet. Like let's save the ecosystem kind of shits, But it's an Aquaman movie with Aquaman. Let's save the environment. I heard it was like kind of, I don't know. It just kind of it shifts gears. And then the thing is, they had, and then Aquaman, and in the first movie he was fighting his brother Ocean Master, and then in this new movie Aquaman 2, they're both like how Loki and Thor was after they stopped fighting each other. They were fucking like best friends trying to help each other out, that kind of shit.
Oh,
and they fucking hated each other their whole lives, and all of a sudden they're friends now. I know. Come on, you had to remember that shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're going through this thing where
like in the movies, like when you looked at Loki when he first started, he was a villain. Then all of a sudden, he ended up being on Thor's side, and
Right.
it's like shit. And then they started doing shit together. It was like one of those kind of things, and it's like that's what you're gonna see in Aquaman 2, is that now the brother that wanted to kill him is now his buddy, and they're off on an adventure.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, and I don't know. It's like basically you could see maybe something like that happening, like I guess with Loki, because that's over a period of a decade or more. You got to see him do this shit, but all of a sudden when it comes to Aquaman, it's only one movie.
Right. There's no context to it.
Right. It's like at the end of movie 1, you're the bad guy and you got beaten. At the beginning of movie 2, you're reformed. Now you're a friend now and you want to help. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Shit.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's again, they're trying to redeem villains. They're trying to not make them villains no more. Misunderstood
Right,
anti-heroes at the best.
Right. Right.
And the thing is if we don't have the villains, if we don't have the bad guys, then why do we have heroes? It seems
Yeah.
like it's more that Alan Moore, I hate heroes, I hate villains type thing. It's like get
Right.
out of the Alan Moore school of yeah, I do consider him a great writer. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't like superheroes, don't write about them. Honestly, if you don't like this, why are you even going in there and polluting it? This isn't your playground.
Right. Huh.
And that's what we're looking at here. I mean, you listen to a lot of these people. I mean, look at the schmuck who killed off, quote unquote, killed off the Punisher. And you could read in the article. I know, I think Chuck Dixon was back saying that he wasn't necessarily blaming the writer, but the powers on top there. But if you listen to what the writer was saying, we were reading that through there. He was basically all on board it because he was more disgusted with the character than not disgusted. Then why are
Right.
you writing it? Why are you part of that? That's not your character. Well, only one thing. He wanted to destroy it. That's my goal, is to destroy.
Man. You know, yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just very it's very interesting to see how Indiana Jones was who he's been, and all of a sudden he
Mm-hmm.
ends up what we're looking at before our very eyes.
Yeah.
Psychodorf
He-
9. What's up, brother? He
yeah.
says there are people who get off on Guru. She can be a sexy symbol. Does she want that audience? Great movie. Who's Guru?
I don't know. Guro.
Oh, well, but I tell
Yeah,
you,
that's it.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just interesting to see how poorly Indiana has done. And are we really surprised? And of course, excuses that they're going around there. I mean, it sounds like there's already camps inside Disney, and they're pro and anti
They
KK
say
on there. And
Indiana's right around 100 and I don't know, 129, 130 mil
Mhm.
worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. That's worldwide. Yeah,
Right.
that's not good. That's not good. And the pro camp, pro KK, and trying to make excuses crowd is saying, "Well, that's because we didn't have a good ad campaign. No one knew what the film was about. We're pointing all this stuff out, and they didn't know." There's two words. Two words. See, all you have to say, and people understand what the film's about. Indiana Jones, and what they're expecting. But there is so much garbage that was coming out of Disney Studio. Too much bait and switch with Star Wars. How, hey, come and see Star Wars because we have the Star Wars name. It's like, this is shite. This is shite. And I think there's still a bit of a bad taste of the Crystal Skull out there, which of course you can put squarely on Lucas and Spielberg for that one. But with the track record with Lucasfilm and Disney, I don't. You could have the best ad campaign out there, and I think it still would hurt. And putting Phoebe Waller-Bridge in there as a character, I don't know why they so adore her, but they do over there. Again, a big mistake. You brought this snotty, limey bitch in there, and we all remember Ravenwood, Marion, and how great
Right.
a character she was. She was tough, she was smart and sassy, but she was also feminine, and she wasn't there to tear down Indiana Jones or be snarky. We want more Marions and less of snarky bitch from England.
Man, I know, right? Psychodorf 9.
So,
But
I mean, they dug themselves their own hole. It's sad to see that Ford's Swan Song and Indiana Jones Swan Song and even John Williams Swan Song is ending on this note. And of course, you know John Williams is doing a great job with the music. There's no doubt about it. He was also the one that was out there calling bullshit on Disney, saying no, there was multiple endings to this film that they made. And it's like, oh, I wonder what some of the other endings were that they opted not to go with.
Yeah, I heard there was some other ones. I heard there was one that was better than the rest. What's up, DJ Ronnie G? How you doing, man? I miss you too, brother. Says miss you, Fusion. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate you, DJ Ronnie G, man. Thank you.
Oh, is DJ Ronnie G and his Turtles here? Turtle Squad.
Glenn said theater owner singing the Gap Band song, "You Dropped a Bomb on Me." I know, right?
Well, you know, it's kind of a sad thing. You take a look at the box office numbers across the board, not just Indiana Jones, but we're talking about all we have for this movie season. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic. No one's really truly going out to see these movies. And again, we have questions to ask when they start saying about having these full theaters, and they're not full theaters. They're just on paper they are.
Right.
And that trick. But the thing is people, you know, what happened to those days where you went to one theater to another theater to another theater, and enjoy, you know, and basically have a summer of films, and especially the younger crowd. You know that we don't have that no more. And people say, "Well, you can't put Blockbuster up against Blockbuster." Yeah, you can. It just means that, you know, you go from one theater to another theater. You have fun with it. You have a grand old time. But movie costs and such, it's kind of hard to do that.
Well, the thing is, while people are waiting for new things to come out, and people want to see some cool shit.
Right.
Some people miss the theater experience. Some people say they can do without that shit, and they can just watch whatever at home.
Right.
And the one thing I'm starting to see is that during all this, one thing that should come into play, not just for me or you, basically, for everybody,
right,
is y'all should still be trying to check out and see what's going on with your physical media.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like DVDs and Blu-rays and your 4Ks. Nothing wrong with that. You can definitely get a lot of things cheap, and honestly, the way a lot of things are starting to be censored, there's a lot of movies that I'll even say this. Look, just because Disney now owns Fox, there's a lot of Fox movies we'll never see again.
Right.
So depending on how, racist or, crazy or whatever the fuck, they feel some Fox movies are, there's some Fox movies that now that Disney owns them, there's some movies that are on Fox that we'll never ever see again. Unless you go buy that DVD. If you're going to wait for them to ever show any of their crazy content, because, every studio has it.
Right.
But Disney's the kind of company that'll sit there and fucking censor it or just not show it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, like right now, I'll be honest, new entertainment ain't worth shit. Like, no. I'm gonna be real. It's like, am I gonna sit there and cry over the shit that's not coming out? It's like, none of it ain't better than the shit that we've seen. The whole thing to it is there's a lot of shit that we still haven't seen yet. Shit that came out a decade ago, 2 decades ago. shit that's even older. And it seems like in order to get something, any kind of decent entertainment at this moment, we would love to see the film industry push forward, but not the way that it's going. So,
No.
If we can't enjoy it for what it is at the moment, then probably the next best thing that we might have to do is go back.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing wrong with going back, picking up some shit and checking out something that you haven't seen before. Nothing wrong with that.
I have. Yeah, I have. I've given up quite a bit of quote unquote modern media that's out there because there isn't anything that really thrills or grabs me at all, and it's sad to say because it's like you want it to be good things, but they've gotten so big, so agenda driven, and they're trying to fill up so many hours that they have quantity over quality.
Right.
What quality? We don't need quality anymore. Let's just, yeah, I know. I'm on here. What can I say?
What's up, old man? Oh shit, that's too funny. Old man in the house. Miss you, man. Hopefully everything's good with you. Gunza said, comic shop owners to theater owners. Now, y'all know how we feel. Yup. That's funny. It's crazy because you're right, Glenzer. The same thing that's basically killing the comic book industry is doing the same thing to just movies and TV. Mm-hmm. It's just the same bullshit, same agenda. It's just translated different because of the media. Instead of it being comic books, it's your favorite TV show. If it ain't that shit, it's one of your favorite heroes that you grew up watching in movies and shit. Right. It's his ass getting canned. I don't know, man.
Exactly. I mean, just the other day I got my my 4-pack DVD set that has, of course, Dune, The Last Starfighter, Flash Gordon, and Battlestar Galactica. Right. And of course I'm looking at my Thundar the Barbarian Blu-ray over here set. The entire series. So I can't wait to get my DVD and my Blu-ray going so I can watch that. Yeah.
I know, right? Damn, Thundar the Barbarian. That's.
Mm-hmm. And Ukla the Mock.
Glenzer in 1984, Ghostbusters and Gremlins opened the same day, and they both did well.
Yep.
And actually, they were closer in genre than
Oh, very much so.
Right. Just for both of them to come out and do well. Yeah, shit. Two damn good movies too, man.
Hmm. I mean, they can't. The excuse that there's too many films coming out at the same time doesn't ring true. I mean, they try to. Mm-hmm.
I agree. That's bullshit. Yeah, I agree.
Right. I mean, it comes down to the quality of the film. I mean, Star Trek V bombed not because it was around the same time as Indiana Jones and the Temple in the Last Crusade. It bombed because it sucked. I mean. Let's be 100% honest. It sucked.
Glenzer, comic shop to movie theater, first time. Yep. Lord Dolph. He says, I love the VIP theater experience, a glass of wine, comfy chairs, and they take your food orders from your seat and deliver right to you. Yup. Tuck you in, give you the little handkerchief, make sure you got your steak, your wine, all that good shit.
Man. I know it's been going on for so very long, but it's still hard for me to comprehend the concept of going in, having nachos, hot dogs, and beer and wine at a movie theater. It's like, I'm just still your basic popcorn and soda,
Right. Well, I mean, to be honest, man, the hot dogs and the nachos and like Frito pie probably is like the farthest I've seen it go.
Those are good.
That I've seen them do cotton candy, and then popcorn, and then of course all the candies. your
Right.
candy bars and all your Juji fruits and all this other shits, snow
Don't forget
caps,
Raisinets.
yeah, and snow caps and raisinets and all that other, you know, York peppermint patty, all this other shits. So
Hmm.
basically they come with that extra shit. Like you can order a steak, you can hamburger, different things, pizza. They basically up the ante on just it being some food that you can basically get off like the a la carte line at a cafeteria or some shit.
Hmm.
It's basically it ups it a little bit more than just that average stuff, and that's when when they start serving you alcohol and you got pretty much a fucking grilled shrimp and all kind of other shit. That's when it's on another scale, and they
Right.
have movie theaters like that out here. So that's
Yeah, my attitude towards it all is, the theater is for the popcorn and the soda, and then you go either come from having dinner or go to having dinner.
right.
You make an evening of it in that sense. So, but I guess I'm just too old school. It's
It's like
the models, 40K models.
I know.
How deep in debt are you? That's all I got to ask.
Oh man, there you go. You guys are crazy. Second Dwarf Nine says, but not the last time. Blue Beetle, the Marvels, both fell. Yeah, yeah. Blue Beetle, man. People really don't know what to make of that. Uh, shit, I don't even fucking know, man.
Yeah.
I seen some of the jokes. They were horrible, man. Um, but then I seen some of the fight scenes and I seen some of the graphics, and it didn't look too bad. Um,
Hmm.
I guess it all depends on the context of how you see it. Like, is it gonna be, is there some hell of some real hell of a fight scenes that we haven't seen that's not in the little trailers or whatever. I just wonder what's gonna make this something better than what we've gotten in the last 4 or 5 fucking DC movies. Like, what's gonna make
Right.
that better? And I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully they got some tricks, up under their sleeves, and they could pull out something decent. Because Blue Beetle's pretty cool. Actually, to be
Yeah.
honest, I would rather have watched Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. He's the Blue Beetle,
Hmm.
from the '80s, '70s and '80s from DC Comics and
Hmm.
Charleston Comics.
Yeah.
Uh, he's the second Blue Beetle. Uh, what we're gonna get in this new movie is he's the third Blue Beetle, and
Okay.
so yeah, they skipped 2 already. Don't even know if the first 2 will even be addressed. Who knows, right?
Hmm.
But this guy here is the third one, and I don't know. It's a lot of check marks. Definitely being checked. Boxes being checked off in this movie. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Uh,
And that's going to be the problem.
yeah, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Glenn said agreed. That's why I'm spending else. That's why I'm spending elsewhere. I got you, man.
Well, and then, of course, uh, what's this Blue Beetle movie going to matter, anyways? This universe is dead.
Well, they're saying that it might factor into the new one. Who knows? Depending
Okay.
on if look, I look with any of these movies. If Aquaman is successful enough to pull like another $1 billion, because Aquaman one made $1 billion. If
Hmm.
Aquaman 2 makes $1 billion or more, then James Gunn might want to consider making it. That's when he'll be like, "Oh, it's DCU." But if it makes, let's say, if it makes the same kind of numbers that the Flash is doing, this
Hmm.
Aquaman movie. Now, if
Right.
that's what happens, then it's going to be treated like the Flash.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, with Blue Beetle, the same thing. I don't know how much they. You could look it up. I guess gross of budget of fucking Blue Beetle movie. I guess it'll tell you how much, and I guess it'll, that'll determine how much they'll probably need to fucking be successful in and then that's the only thing. Like, the only way Aquaman and Blue Beetle is going to be a part of the James Gunn universe is if it's successful, but if it's not, it's going to be treated like The Flash. Both of these new movies. That's really what it is.
And it's got a $120 million budget, according to the.
Oh wow!
I'm looking at
okay, so 100. So basically, if this thing 120, shit. Blue Beetle 120 million. Dude, if with that kind of with 120 million, dude, if they pull 7 or 8, do you think? You know what? With that much, I could see him pulling maybe 5, depending on who they engage with this. I could see him pulling anywhere between. I don't know, man. Because let's say if like overseas, UK,
right.
China, all them. Let's say if they like Blue Beetle,
right?
They liked Aquaman. That's how Aquaman got to $1 billion.
Exactly.
So, if what happens if Blue Beetle ends up getting some legs out there overseas? I could see this thing going from anywhere from like 540 mil to maybe about 780, maybe 800. I don't know if Blue Beetle can hit a billion, but it all depends on what it'll do past beyond, the U.S.
Right.
And that's the thing, it's for people that don't know, what's up, Keely Chow? Roll Tide, man. And that's the thing. People don't know if it's going to be a part of the DCEU or the DCU, and the only thing that factors that is if it's successful or not. If it ain't successful, I was going to say, if it's not successful, they're gonna throw it to the wind, and if it is, James Gunn's going to keep it.
Well, I got this here. It says in January 2023, Gunn said the film was disconnected from the previous DCEU entries and could connect to the new franchise, the DCU. By that April, the Blue Beetle character was reportedly part of Gunn and Safran's plans for the DCU. In June, Gunn said Blue Beetle would be the first DCU character, while noting Superman Legacy 2025 is the first DCU film. Later that month, Soto said Blue Beetle was part of the DCU and future plans for the franchise, but was not connected to the prior DCEU, explaining that the film lives in the world where superheroes exist, but that doesn't mean that a certain event or certain alliance or certain things from the past dictate where the film is going, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Right. So it sounds like they're doing the shuffle game, and maybe, like you're saying, maybe they're seeing how the film's going to go, whether it's going to be fully embraced by Gunn or not.
Right.
So
yeah, and that
sounds like a lot of tap dancing.
Well, the thing with Superman's going to be Gunn's first official, but it doesn't stop Blue Beetle from being a part of the universe. So it's like Blue Beetle. If Blue Beetle's successful, James Gunn will make it a part of the DCU, but it doesn't mean that it'll be the DCU's first official movie. It's just being bought over because it's famous or whatever the fuck. If it does well, they're gonna keep it for that. We know why ditch it, and it'll be something that's as successful as Aquaman or Wonder Woman. And even Wonder Woman is a hard one to ditch, but the way the second movie got all screwed up, they don't know what the fuck to do with it at this point.
Right.
You look at Wonder Woman, and you look at how those two movies are ranked. For a minute there, the Wonder Woman regular one was the best movie in the DCEU, and then Wonder Woman 1984 was the worst. Like, how the fuck you got two movies that one's one of the best, and then your second one is actually one of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, with a lot of these franchises, it's like this shit is like night and day, man. It's like, damn, when a lot of these franchises started, they started off in a different era where the characters were being respected or whatever, and now when it comes into
Right.
the last, when it comes into like the last like 5 years or so, it seems like it seems like these characters don't get the respect that that they deserve. And even having Wonder Woman being the way she was, it was a lot of fans felt disrespected by watching her movie,
Right.
and I was one of them. I was pissed. I watched Wonder Woman 1984 and was like, man, what the hell did I just watch?
I know.
And I
The
was like,
previews
shit.
look
And
great.
I mean, I love Wonder Woman, man, and so again, it's just one of those things that we don't know what we're gonna get. Is Aquaman gonna be? Is he gonna be talked down to? Is he gonna be cucked for the in Aquaman 2? you know, uh, it's like I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like, is it like, man, I don't know. It's like people don't even understand. It's like, is it going to be written to for it to be for modern audiences, that kind of thing? I mean, yeah, the first
Yeah.
movie was modern, but is it going to be even more modern than that, to where they got to fall into all the tropes of what modern Hollywood wants today in all these movies? I mean, that's basically that's what we see in. I know we seen a little bit of that shit with Blue Beetle, and I didn't like that, man. Calling Batman a fascist and all, all that dumb shit. I was like, come on. Keely Child says blame Frank Miller for Batman being a fascist. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. There you go, Keely Child.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call Frank Miller turning him into a fascist. I mean, you take a look at Dark Knight Returns. In many ways, he was kind of battling an oppressive government type. He was, Superman sold them all out. Things went to shit, and Batman was coming back to fix things. He wasn't trying to be a fascist or take anything over. I wouldn't, especially the Dark Knight Returns, I wouldn't have called Batman a fascist in any sense of the word.
Yeah, it's the Blue Beetle people, man. This is how they, and especially, they don't mind putting down Superman or Batman in other DC movies,
Right.
And I don't know, man. I don't. But then again, those are old movies, so maybe they just didn't give a shit about changing it or switching it out or whatever, because it'll cost them even more.
Again, they're out of the Alan Moore school of, and that's where I'm going to put more of the blame. It's not Frank Miller per se. It's more your Alan Moores out there that hate heroes.
Right.
They're Alan Moore types are the ones that go out there, and the Garth Ennis and these others are the ones that come out there and basically redo the people that we love so much and draw the line that they're not much different than the bad guys. And there's no such thing as heroes. And no, there aren't such things as heroes. It's how you do the hero.
Right. Right. That's true. What's up, James? James Jackson in the house. How you doing, brother? Says Blue Beetle looks cheap beyond belief. I'm more hyped to watch the new animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film over that. James Gunn is doomed, but we'll see. To be honest, man, I would say putting Andy Muschietti on the new Batman movie after how bad The Flash went.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And it's crazy because you get to see how well he did with it.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King's The It. I mean, fuck. He did good. So you get to wonder, like, was it him that failed? Was it Warner Brothers, like the studio that the old regime that he actually filmed this movie under. I don't know, man. I don't even fucking know, man. They say this
Well,
took a lot of
just because you're good in one type of the genre doesn't
right,
mean you're
right,
good with the whole thing. I mean, obviously, it being a horror film, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're good doing something superheroish and such. So it's yeah, you got the magic touch here, but you don't have the magic touch there, in other films of that type of ilk. So again,
right.
it comes down to is how versatile you are. Or is this truly your thing or not? And you got enough people in Hollywood and all over the place that just mesh it all together. Oh, it's all part of that science fiction thing. He'll do good. No, no, that's not the case.
Hmm. Glenzer. What's up, man? He says, if two Batmans, Supergirl, and whoever else couldn't help the Flash, then Blue Beetle is toast.
Mm-hmm.
And Psychodorp 9 says, yeah. All right, there you go. All right.
Yeah,
What do you think,
you
Baron?
want to call that
think,
Supergirl?
you think Glenzer's on the money with that?
Yeah, I mean, I, I think the biggest thing with, of course, the Flash is Ezra.
Right.
I think people would have given it more of a chance if it wasn't for the fact that you had Ezra.
Right.
Glenzer basically sitting back saying that right there, what he was saying in that statement, should have been enough to really cause this film to go sky high in being popular. But again, you have the two Ezras in there, and everything leading up to it. It's just
I know, right?
again, it's a bad press, and sometimes
Right.
even bad press isn't good press. There are certain
Right.
things you don't want out there being the focus on, and this is one of them.
Right. So Psychodorp 9 says, we need good stories. Yeah, I agree with
Right.
that, bro.
Exactly. And no, I heard that the story for the Flash wasn't bad per se, but I haven't seen it. I'll be the first to admit it. I haven't seen it, but again, it comes down to that factor that you had so much garbage over it, like the sword of Damocles,
Right.
that it was doomed because of Ezra Miller, and more importantly, that they're pussyfooting around with Ezra Miller. If they would have sat back and even said that, this is Ezra Miller's only film, he's not coming back, he probably would have gotten more people seeing it. But when they're sitting back saying, oh, he's not out of the picture yet, we're probably going to have more films with him.
I know, right?
But
That's,
yet you get rid of Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill, yeah. That's, I don't even know what to say. What's up, Zax? Says, what's up, Kings?
Hey, Zach.
What's up, Zax? My man, how you doing, brother? Hopefully everything's good with you, man. Great to have you here, brother. The funny thing about that, the way they ended The Flash?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is so weird.
I
Um,
heard there are a couple cameos in there.
right. Well, the thing that I mean, I don't know, man. Look, Chad, y'all give a fuck about spoilers or what? I don't know, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you sit back and say, okay, we're going to talk spoilers, but you have 3, 2, 1. Give them a time if they want to jump out or silence.
Well,
How's that sound?
hopefully, nobody jumps out behind this
No.
fucking movie. But I'm
Well,
just saying, I don't want to,
And I don't think you
um,
will. I think enough people here in one fashion or another have an idea. So, but still, just say spoiler alert.
right. Well, shit, spoiler, man. So, what it is basically like, when he's done at the end, the Batman is George Clooney.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody knows that, So, my whole thing is, it's funny how they kind of wrote themselves out of even dealing with him if they don't want him to be the official Flash of the DCU. Like that was their,
Right.
like I was thinking like that was basically their exit strategy. That if they decide they don't want to ever, hire him again, then they don't have to because why? He's not the Flash of the DCEU. he's the Flash of George Clooney's Batman now,
Right.
which his universe in on film is non-existent. So what does that say for Ezra Miller's Flash?
I hope it's DOA.
No, I know what I'm saying is, after this, if they wanted to just say, hey, you know what? This is done. And, then they already wrote it out. Old man says Toxic Avenger was in 1984. So was The Last Starfighter, a personal fave. Yeah, Last Starfighter was awesome. Toxic Avenger, I've seen it once. I need to watch it again, man. I don't own it though. Shame on me, I know, right? But everywhere I've went to ever buy DVDs, I've never seen it. So that's why I don't own it. Because if I would have ever seen anything Toxic Avenger, I would have owned it. So I have yet to come across it, but I know it's out there. And old man says, I'll take a Howard the Duck remake over the crap out there now. Well,
he might get one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll ever give him the time of day, but I love Howard the Duck. Especially, seeing him in Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's my point on that one. Is like they've been showing him more love than a lot of other characters.
Right. Everybody saying what's up. Happy belated LT. Oh, there you go, Lord Thoth. Oh, well, Lord Thoth had a birthday.
Happy birthday, Lord Thoth.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday, brother. I didn't know, man. Lord Thoth in the house. Happy birthday, brother. Shit, whatever y'all celebrating, salute. I ain't paying people who employ Ezra Miller. Huh. That's crazy, man. Yeah. He actually, yesterday, he came out and now he's speaking up against the folks that have sent him to court over the last couple years. One of the statutes of one of the court cases have ran out. And he was able to now say something about it. And he was like, I've been done wrong and my name's been slandered and all this. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. This guy is Ezra Miller is like, now he's he's spoke up against, one of the allegations that were set against him, and now he got all this shit to say. So I was like, fuck out. Y'all can look that shit up, man. This shit just hit yesterday. So he's out there saying that people are fucking dragging his name through the dirt. Like basically they were lying on him this whole time.
He's trying to pull the Johnny Depp. I think that's what he's trying to do. He figures, I know, I'll try that Johnny Depp approach and see if people will fall in love with me like they did with him with the Amber Turd situation. He's probably trying to say, I was Amber Turd. They turded me.
Zax. What's up, Zax? Hey, 24 and Baron. What's up, brother?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah. Hey there. Zax in the chat. That's he said, hey there, there's a Zax in the chat. Hell yeah. Oh, he says Zax says Canada Day was yesterday.
Yep, July 1st, Canada Day.
For Lord Thoth and I. Okay, I didn't know that, man. I thought it was my bad, man. I didn't mean to I thought it was like a birthday or something the way it was when you said belated. So I was like, all right, that's. But since it was Canada Day, I got you, man. Well, shit. Salute, man. Happy Canada Day to everybody, man. Sorry for
Canada, land of Canadian bacon and toques.
It's all good, man. Appreciate that, Zax. Thank you for letting us know.
That would have been the perfect day to watch Strange Brew.
Oh yeah. I got Strange Brew, man. I like that shit,
Yeah,
man. I
it's a
got a
great
copy
film.
on DVD. James Jackson says, "I'm curious. Does anyone here watch the DC animated films? Because yeah, the live action movies aren't it anymore. Anyone watch Superman and Lois at all? You know what? I'm kind of I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to watch that, to be honest with you, man. What I seen that they did with old Jimmy, I was like, do I want to watch this?
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all
And I
seen it.
ju-
It's a new Superman. I think it's called like My Adventures or with Superman or some shit. It was, it's a Superman Lois kind of thing, and
mhm.
Jimmy Olsen's black already in there. It's like, come on, they don't, they just we couldn't even get just a straight up Jimmy Olsen. He's just
Yeah.
some black dude. I was like, that's kind of
Well, yeah,
that's kind of lame already, man. So
he's like blonde redhead with freckles for crying out loud.
yeah, well, now not no more. So.
Yeah.
Oh man
I
says I
mean,
really like Howard the Duck. Opening was great. Yeah.
and it's
Leah
hard for me.
Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my bad. I was
Oh,
gonna
go, go,
tell
go,
man
go.
Leah Thompson. Leah Thompson was pitching to Marvel, stating that she wants to do a Howard the Duck movie because she was the co-star, actress for
Mm-hmm.
the original one, and then she did the song Howard the Duck. I don't know if y'all
Mm-hmm.
remember that song. Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And plus she knows how to direct and shit like that. So Leah Thompson from Back to the Future actually wanted to do a Howard the Duck movie for Marvel. This was like within the last year or so. She tried to pitch that, like, hey, let me do it. I already know about the character. I fucking did is, I was in the movie with him back decades back, and
Yeah, but there's enough people who say that wasn't Howard the Duck. That's the thing.
I mean, it was sort of, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It was and it wasn't, man. It was
Yeah.
something about him that, him looking like he's about to, fuck somebody and all this other shit. That's the kind of shit he would have done. So I don't know.
Oh
There
yeah.
was some things about him that was, and some things that weren't.
Mm.
It was just weird and different, man. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would give her a shot. Why the fuck not? You letting all these other
Oh yeah.
fucking people do it.
Mm-hmm.
Psychodorf 9 says, I miss Batman the Animated Series. Well, you know what? It's funny you say that, brother.
Uh-oh.
Amazon's putting out their Batman the Animated Series reboot series here
Mm-hmm.
very soon. And so I don't know. And it's done by one half of the team that bought you Batman the Animated Series. And they won't ever, and then nobody's really saying why they're not going to bring the other guy back. That's fucked up. So basically, I think it was Paul Dini and I forgot the other guy's name, but they both did Batman the Animated Series, and only one of the guys are coming back. So that's a shame, man. And
Yeah.
and it's also J.J. Abrams is also a part of that deal,
Oh.
also. So you got
Okay, it's
J.J.
dead.
Abrams, yeah. Well,
No.
Amazon just bought the rights to all that shit about a month or about 2 months ago, something like that. To have it and to show it on Amazon. They made a deal between DC, Warner Brothers, and Amazon, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So get ready for your. They're trying to make it to be like the next installment, and it's supposed to be basically all the shit that they couldn't show you because Batman the Animated Series was on a kids channel. You're gonna end up seeing some more adult shit
Ah.
done by one half of the team that bought you Batman the Animated Series but it's gonna be on Amazon.
And
So
you know what?
you gotta have your
Thi-
Amazon Prime for that.
This is what's bugging the hell out of me about all this. There is no reason to do that. I'm tired of seeing these properties turned into basically from family, and that's not being wimpy saying that it's unintelligible Teletubby crap, but it's something that can be enjoyed by all ages. To now basically having your audience and only having it for like the adult set now. comic book movies and comic books are supposed to be enjoyed by all, and yeah, a lot of young people. And I'm really starting to get tired of seeing this. Let's go for that R-rated Batman or R-rated this or the R-rated that. I mean, obviously there's certain ones that like Blade and Deadpool. Obviously those going
Right.
R. Those weren't really what we call comics that were necessarily being fully enjoyed by all. But Batman and Superman and all these, uh, enough of it. Enough of it. It bothered me a little bit, even with the Killing Joke animated. Well, besides the first half being shite, and when they did get into the actual story from the comic books, it's like let's start throwing in some swear words to make it even more adult. It's like you don't need to.
Right. Right. Right.
It's an intense enough story as it is. Uh,
Right.
we really don't need that. On the contrary, we got to start working on having the next generation being able to enjoy what we have. And we're not going to be able to do that if we start alienating that younger set.
Hmm. James. James Jackson. I liked season one of Superman. Oh, you talking about Superman and Lois for CW? Actually, those are very good.
Yeah.
Those those TV shows are very good. The Superman and Lois shows that I
Mm-hmm.
think they're getting ready for season four. Those are
I
very
thought it was
good.
three.
Or yeah, or
Okay.
three. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that. But yeah, those are very good. So if you all were talking about that, James Jackson and Zax, yeah, you guys got good taste, man. Because that
Mm-hmm.
Superman is actually a very good show. So I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. You guys are you guys
And
definitely
even the
on.
original one with Dean Cain was good.
Yeah, it was all right, but it was not better than this newer one. I'll
No.
be honest.
No,
You
but I'm
put
just
that
saying it was
and
good.
well, I don't know. To me, he seemed like he was a little too soft. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. I always had a mixed thing about him, man. But he wasn't the worst I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But he
No,
just
no,
was.
it definitely wasn't.
Glenn just said, "Now he's Jamal Austin." You sure right about that, Glenn. You right about that shit, brother. I tell you what, man. He said, Jack. Actually, yeah, I have a new kid who plays Jonathan still. Has to go on. Just finished binge watching all three seasons. CGI might be low budget, but the storytelling is fantastic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you there, James. Yeah, Superman is actually doing some good shit, man. People, it almost got canceled, and
Yep.
people were like, "Nah, don't cancel that one because that's a for sure." Like people are coming back season after season to watch it. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I hope it continues to to do well and it builds itself up, man. If not,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to reboot. I fear they're just gonna f it up. Well, it's
Yeah.
already from what I understand, it's already created. It's already made. They already did it.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to release it, and I heard that they do have a release date for it. I can't remember what it is, but if
Hmm.
you look up Batman animated series for Amazon release date, you'll be surprised. That shit's coming very soon.
Hmm.
I would say easily within a year's time.
Hmm.
Yeah, so um, yeah, and the thing is, they were asking like Mark Hamill, would he reprise the Joker, and he was like, "Nah, I won't be the Joker anymore because my Batman's gone."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah. Well,
Conroy. Yeah, so
yeah.
he's like,
He did say he
why
was
would I
gonna.
move on?
He said before he was gonna retire it, but I think this time now with now I think he's actually serious about it.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I mean, it's I wouldn't watch it. It doesn't have with J.J. Abrams being attached,
No.
and you don't even have the full team behind Batman the animated series behind it. It's kind of is what Bat watching this new rebooted Batman with half of the team of Batman the animated series. It's the exact same thing as watching Rick and Morty nowadays. Like if you watch Rick and Morty now, you're watching it with one guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, and you know, it's like you only got half of the creative thing that made this start, and he was done dirty too. So,
Yeah, he was.
man, but what I'm saying is it's the exact same thing. Like, I don't want to watch Rick and Morty now when you only got, and you don't even know if this guy by himself is even good enough to carry Rick and Morty at this point. So I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to do with that. It's the same thing with this Batman shit.
Right. And Rick and Morty also had the indignation of where they brought a feminist to work on their show in the third season. So that, because that's when what's his name was admitting that he was a toxic male, and we had to do something about that. So,
No.
I mean, honestly, honest to Pete, really.
Well, look, Glindsey here says R-rated Craven. Will it be good? Time will tell. What do you think, man?
I don't know.
I mean, have you seen they got a trailer for it?
I have not seen the trailer. I need to see it.
Yeah, that's Craven the Hunter
Okay.
from Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's out, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the theater still?
No, the trailer is coming. The trailer.
Oh, trailer. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, I gotta look and see that about that. I gotta hunt it down here probably afterwards. Hit YouTube, and I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yeah, man. That they let you know. Like it's
That's why I was confused. Yeah, the dogs are going wild. I don't know if someone's back yet or not.
yeah,
I was all by myself, but
I got you. Yeah.
Well, all I need is the one dog to fart, and she farts and she starts barking. So, and then all the other ones decide they want to join in.
Wow. But yeah, Craven the Hunter, man. I don't even know, man. I seen the trailer, and I just wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't. I didn't. I don't know.
Not impressed, huh?
I didn't know what to make of it, man. Like, I watched it and I was like, yo, it doesn't feel like Craven the Hunter. Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
And I've read Craven the Hunter comic books. I've owned quite a few Spider-Man comics. Even see the way he was adapted, like in, let's say, like in Spider-Man, His Amazing Friends, and let's say, the old Spider-Man cartoons, like 67 Spider-Man and all the other different things. I've seen Craven the Hunter, and I know, basically from what I've read and the demeanor that he's portrayed in animation, you basically know what you're getting when it comes to Craven the Hunter. And hell, from what I've read and what I've seen in animation, definitely ain't the same shit that I'm looking at but then this is an R-rated movie, so I don't know how far they're gonna go with this. Hell, if they got the R rating, they might as well use it.
Yeah.
And do something wild, since it's rated R. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. He's supposed to be on some save the animals type shit. Like, he's supposed to be something completely different than what he's a fucking big game hunter, and this here he's trying to save the animals. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that shit.
I was going to say, that's kind of, isn't it 180 degrees of what the character is?
Yeah. He's like, he's a fucking big game hunter, but now he's pro animal. So I was like, yo, I'm out to save the endangered animals. So you're making it. How the fuck you gonna have him fight Spider-Man if he's for saving animals? So they're gonna fight at first and then be friends. That's what I can see happening. Now he's gonna be like Craven, the anti-hero. Like, fuck out of here, man.
Yep. Which they want to do to every one of the villains now. They misunderstood. There's really sweet and understanding underneath there,
if
like,
Sony was smart, they would actually come with the Sinister Six and quit bullshitting. That's really what they would do, man, if they were serious about it. And take the people from the last Spider-Man movie, man, where all the villains showed up. Like, yeah, take all of them and just fucking give them their movie, man.
Hmm. Well, they don't want to do that. I think they've made it known they don't want to do that, and they don't care what we want.
Right.
They really don't, and it shows. Oh, the Corvo. Kevin Sorbo wasn't in Beastmaster. He was Hercules. I'm trying to remember who did the Beastmaster show.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot who did the Beastmaster
Yeah.
TV show.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was some new kid. The new Craven
Yeah.
the Hunter movie reminds me of that old Kevin Sorbo show, Beastmaster. Nah, that wasn't
Yeah. No.
Beastmaster, man.
No,
That
he
was,
wasn't in that one. Yeah.
yeah, that old Kevin Sorbo show. I mean, that old Beastmaster show. That was by a whole nother kid, and that was actually, I think that was maybe around the same time that Kevin Sorbo did Hercules.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah, he did Hercules, and
Hmm.
he was a part of Xena's deal. Beastmaster
Hmm.
was a whole different deal altogether, where he was able to talk to animals. He
Hmm.
had like these ferrets and
Hmm.
tiger and hawk and all this other
Hmm.
shit.
And it's easy to understand getting that all confused because that was about the era when you had a syndicated show for just about everything. You had the syndicated
Right.
Conan, you had the syndicated
Right.
Beastmaster, you had the
right.
Hercules Legendary Journeys,
Right.
then you had, of course, Xena, you had Sheena.
Right.
So I mean, it's like here was just this
and,
glut.
Right.
This-
Even back then, the Crow had his own TV show.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But
Even back,
you're absolutely-
yeah. It was all that shit was out right around the same time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It was just
and
yeah.
that's crazy.
Even Darkman because they turned that into a TV show.
Right. I remember that.
Cleopatra 2525.
Oh, that was actually I like that. That was actually that was all Sam Raimi.
Yep, that's a Sam. That was
Yeah.
like the Kevin Briscoe.
Yeah, Connie Briscoe Jr.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Adventures of
And that,
Briscoe Connie Jr. Yeah, that was actually.
yep.
Oh, and the Jack of all trades.
Yep. Jack of all trades. The other one. Yep.
So that it was along with that and Xena and all. Yeah, that was all Sam Raimi.
Mhm.
That was actually some good shit.
Mhm.
James Jackson said the new Craven, mind of a Beastmaster. He said, but with a higher budget, like in this movie, doesn't he have powers or something? Sony needs to stick with Miles. Yeah, man. Shit, man. Yeah, he has like. It looks like he has the power to like see through animals' eyes or some shit. Like
Yeah.
he's like he got like sight beyond sight. Like he can, what like Beastmaster exactly. Damn,
Right.
that's yeah.
That was
I
Beastmaster.
like, yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that is it didn't click on me until I just kind of replayed it in my head, and I was like, damn, I remember seeing this shit. But Beastmaster was also pretty good though. Actually, the budget for Beastmaster was actually they did some pretty good shit. I love Beastmaster. I got it in one of these boxes here next to me.
I never seen the TV show, just the movie.
You know what's fucked up is that I found out they did 5 Beastmaster movies, or 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did. I didn't know they did that many. They did 2 that went straight to TV, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. The first one was in theater, then he got a
Right.
second life. Then the second one I think was almost straight to video, and then the other two.
No. The second one, he went to New York or some shit.
Right.
Nah, that didn't.
Yeah.
I watched that in the theater.
Oh, that was in the theater too. Okay, I thought that went
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
to video.
yeah.
Okay.
I saw that one in the theater.
Okay, so those two were theater, and then after that was like straight to video or
And then
TV
the third
or cable.
one, I thought it was made for like TV or whatever. And then, but they came out with a 4th and a 5th, and I was like, Beastmaster, and I just found this out about a week ago. So just
Wow.
imagine, yeah, this wasn't some shit that I seen somebody talk about the history of Beastmaster, and I was like, let me see what the hell he got to say. And then he started going into movie 4. I was like, what, a 4th Beastmaster? And I didn't know. And they're all done by Mark Singer.
Mm.
So yeah, very very interesting.
He's got to eat.
I know, right?
But yeah, well, the first film was great. That was a great film.
Yeah, man, I could watch the shit out of that all day long, man. Fucking
Rip
fucking first Beastmaster. Uh, Matter of fact,
Rip Torn.
man, that was some good stuff right there, man. I miss those kind of shows, man. That's why I had did that video about
Mm-hmm.
the slave and the sorcerer. Talking about how Hex Studios wants to make a movie. Actually, they're already filming it and everything, but they're doing
Right.
this movie, and they want it to be in the style of an '80s sword and sorcerer kind of movie. Damsel in
Mm-hmm.
distress. Fighting dragons, doing all this shit, and I was like, man, even if the movie ain't just that great, man, if they can hold within the
Mm-hmm.
spirit of what it's supposed to be, and
Right.
you know and they can make it look like something. I mean, they're filming it. They're filming it in Scotland, so I mean,
Oh.
they're already in a place where they got a pretty good background. I mean, they all they have to do is
Mm-hmm.
just let it rip, man, and hopefully
Yeah.
they do well.
I you
Hopefully
know
they do well, man.
And you're absolutely right. And I was even thinking that it's like we need to have what we call basically the drive-in theater B movie straight to cable, kind of cult following films like we had in the past that were, they're out there taking it serious, but still, they were, with the budgets and stuff like that, they were just fun to watch. And even if necessarily the story wasn't good, it was still fun to watch. It was silly, exciting. You didn't feel like you had to take a shower afterwards, type of film.
Right, right.
Like like Hawk the Slayer and a few of those like that. And we need more films in that area where they're lower budget. They're having to do real tricks to do special effects and not rely on CGI, and just have fun. The popcorn film.
Right. And Glenn just said the one villain that they'd be it could be a great movie if they portray him correctly is Doctor Doom. I agree with you
Mm-hmm.
there.
Right.
Doctor Doom would be a hell of a villain to fucking make a movie about, but I think they would fuck him up so bad. But that's
Right.
I agree with you there, Glenzer. Uh Zach says there was never a Crow TV show. Ah, come on, Zach. You know better than that. You know better than that. There was a in case you guys for real, y'all got to be pulling my leg. Y'all know there was a Crow TV show.
I
Matter of fact,
think to
no, there was. Matter of
yeah
fact, it
yeah.
was done by the guy that was the second Crow, the one that was the
Mm-hmm.
Crow after Bruce Lee's son.
Mm-hmm.
When they did the second Crow movie, they took that actor
Mm-hmm.
and made him the Crow for the TV show.
Yeah, the series was actually called The Crow Stairway to Heaven, one
Yeah.
season in 1998.
Yep. The Crow Stairway to Heaven. Yep. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, man. They had and it's funny because they tried to like re-show the origin from the movie, and they
Mm-hmm.
definitely changed it. Like they took out the whole rape scene, because it was made for TV and shit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so they really they cleaned it up quite a bit to make it palatable for young viewers watching.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, though, the thing is The Crow wasn't. It was a adult based comic book. So that's the one where
Right.
if it was quote unquote more adult oriented, you can't complain because that's where they're pointing at. And they had 22 episodes for that one season, just to let out there, and 43 minutes. And Mark DeCascos, DeCascos,
Right.
yeah, he was the Crow in
Yeah.
there.
So and so there was a Crow, Crow Stairway to
Mm-hmm.
Heaven. I remember that. That was
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people watched it. A lot of people didn't like it because they thought that it should have been
Mm-hmm.
but people didn't give a shit that it was TV. They just wanted to see it with the real, so when they cleaned it up some for the TV show, a lot of people didn't like that. And I was like, well, what do you expect? It's TV. I mean, but I understood that. I didn't like it either because it made it seem like a little bit more hokey.
Right.
Especially after you watch the real version of how it goes down, and then you watch it then you watch a TV show that was based off of a movie, and they try to show a real hard up scene that they can't show on TV, and then they totally implement something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like if let's say like if she didn't get raped, they choked her to death or some shit. Like some
Mm-hmm.
like what the fuck, man. So it was weird, man. I was like, okay, uh, that's interesting. Zach says this incarnation of Craven doesn't work for me, at least from the trailer. I think I'd prefer it. He was older. Yeah, it seemed like he was an older guy too in the comics. So I don't like
Yeah.
this younger Craven.
Yeah.
Old man says Zach's. I don't remember a Crow TV show. Huh.
Yeah, because Craven looked like he was in his like mid to late 40s, maybe early 50s.
Well, yeah, I always thought Craven was like a guy that was like mid to late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, I could always seen him be like maybe he's like 35, maybe 38. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I never saw him to be like a 50-year-old dude. I never seen him. I just didn't picture him being that old. Vulture, on the other hand, that's a different story. But
Mm-hmm.
Craven, I just always
Oh,
he seemed like he was like,
I'm getting confused.
no, you not. No, I don't think you got it confused. It's just but he always presented himself like he was an older dude,
Mm-hmm.
but not so old. But he was like, but he wasn't no 20-old something. I could, he was like basically uh maybe late 30s, early 40s. Some I
Mm-hmm.
can see him right around there. Mark Singer always gave me a Luke Skywalker vibe. Yeah, man, especially in V. I love
Yeah.
him in V. I love V, man. Fuck. Miss V.
Mm-hmm. V the Final Battle, V the series.
You guys are confused with Blade starring Sticky Fingers. Nah, I got that. I got that show too, and he had a couple movies too. I got that. I own those. Nah, man, there was a Crow TV show, brother.
Yep.
Zach-
Stairway to
Zach-
Heaven.
I think Zax is fucking with us, man.
He's gotta be. He's gotta be. Messing with us with that Canadian humor, eh?
Say, I gotta grab something to drink. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. He's gonna be right back, boys and girls. He's gotta get something to drink. Maybe hopefully it's fortified. Because, that helps get us through these things. Don't you know? No, Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to Heaven. The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, 1998. I remember seeing adverts for it, but I never saw the show. And that's one of the sad things about a lot of these syndicated shows. They put them at such weird hours sometimes. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I think that's one of the things that killed War of the Worlds here in the Twin Cities. Is they put it on like Friday or Saturday, like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning type of thing. So it's like, it's kind of hard for us to watch it sometimes. Not that I was going out on any dates or anything. No, I wasn't as cool as 24. Wasn't as cool as 24. I'll be the first to admit that. I could only wish to be. Okay, and it looks like we have James Jackson. Oh, I didn't know that about Mark. He's the host of Iron Chef. Okay. And of course, James Jackson saying, how do you guys feel about the new Spider-Man Noir show coming out on Amazon? It's not going to be Peter Parker. I'm thinking it'll be Ezekiel Sims. But we will see. They are also making a Silk series.
Zax. Mark Dacascos, host of Iron Chef. I never. I don't know if we're talking about the same person, Zax.
I don't know. He could be messing
I'm not
with
sure.
us.
You might have to look him up, Baron, since
Yeah, I'm going to right now. I still got the page up so I can actually hit the button for him. But maybe he's mad that we didn't recognize Canada Day. I think he's all upset about that. So let's see. He's a kung fu and karate champion. He was Wolf Fat in Hawaii 5-0. I'm Let's see, brother. Yeah. He is the chairman on Food Network's Iron Chef America,
There you have it.
and yeah, and also Netflix's Iron Chef Quest for an Iron Legend. So both those shows, yeah.
There you go. That's him, Zax.
Mhm.
There you go.
So at least he wasn't messing with us there. But you never know. You never know. He was also in the third season of Agents of Shield, I should say. Sorry. YouTube series Mortal Kombat Legacy.
I have that.
Okay.
I own that whole series on Blu-ray. Found it for $1. Like, oh shit, what's this? Mortal Kombat Legacy. What the hell is this? A whole series. I never heard of this. How much is it? $1. I'll take it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. I'll buy that for $1.
He was also in Wing Commander 4: The Price of Freedom.
What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's a video game. It's a video game. He was
Oh,
doing the live acting in the video game Wing Commander 4.
I'm lost. All right. Well,
So
what, man?
the Crow got around, people.
Yeah, actually, they're working on a new Crow movie, man, with one of the Skarsgård brothers.
Yes, what I heard.
Yeah, and I did a couple videos about that, but that was a while back, man. So, telling how far they've been. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it since.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done like maybe two or three videos. That's about it. Not too much has been said.
Mm-hmm.
I should go back and look into that here a little bit later, but
Definitely.
yeah. Shit. Other than that, let me think. Oh, what did you think about the new casting of Superman?
Jury's out. I want to look into a little bit more.
Right. I mean, he looks like a mix between Henry Cavill and Tom Weller to me.
He does. Yeah, he does. Like Smallville meets Man of Steel.
Yeah, he looks like he's something in between. Hopefully, he fucking works out, man. Hopefully, he just
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully
we got that looks. How is he for the for performance?
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm hoping, the thing is, at some point they got to move on with these new, with new actors, with these heroes, or we'll never see nobody play nobody.
Right.
So, let's, fuck it, man. I hate to see Henry Cavill get done like that, but
Me too.
man, shit, man. Hopefully
he's
this
got-
guy's worth something, right?
He's got Warhammer 40K, and I'm hoping for great stuff out of that.
I don't even understand all that. I
Oh, yeah,
I don't
well,
not right now, man. Yeah,
Well,
I know you'll explain it to me. I just don't have the.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so much stuff out there, but the fact that he's a fan of it, again, he knows the lore like he did The Witcher, all that. So it's just nice that someone's getting involved in more than just the acting with the show. So it's like I think he went to a better place myself.
Right.
But does that mean? And this is a serious question. I'm not trying to be a smart ass here, but does that mean that JJ's Black Superman is now DOA?
What you mean?
Well, was it
JJ's Black Superman? Actually,
Yeah.
I to be honest, I heard that still may be a go. And it's funny because they were saying that thing was tossed, and James Gunn stated not too long ago that still may be a possibility, and that was a couple months ago. So,
and again, this is not to be rude, but why? Again, it's like, are you going to keep to one universe? If that's the case, you could have kept a lot of the Snyderverse alive. If that's the case,
well, they were saying that's. I don't know if it's contracts that are in place. I'm not sure how that's being worked, and they had two Black Superman movies coming out, and only
Right.
they're I guess considering or still gonna make one of them. So
Well, I mean, if they're stuck with it, that's the one thing. But if they're not stuck with it, it's a big mistake, and not because it's a black
right,
Superman, but it's like the DC needs to tighten up their universe.
yeah,
They, you know,
with their core foundation heroes. Let the
right?
let everybody enjoy Clark Kent Superman and Bruce Wayne Batman and all this
Hmm.
other shit before you start bringing in you know a Batman with three arms and
Yeah,
and a Wonder Woman with four titties and
right.
and all this
Well,
other
I'm for
shit.
that. I'm for
Well,
that.
yeah, I know, but just saying like all this extra shit, like let
Right,
everybody enjoy. Like I'll give you an example. I know, let's say like Blade.
right.
From what I'm hearing for Marvel Blade is like when Blade shows up, they automatically gonna have he's automatically gonna have a daughter already.
Really?
And so basically, even when we see Blade and he gets introduced into the MCU, he's already gonna have a daughter, which he's gonna pass his shit off to by the end of the movie, that kind of shit. So it's like we won't even see Blade be Blade in full. Like he can't be Blade for like 2 or 3 movies and nothing like that. He already starts off having a daughter that he has to, it's like us. Like we're like, look, right now we're gonna get a Batman with this Brave and the Bold Batman. He's not even a Batman in his prime. He's a fucking
No.
Batman with a son. Like this is it's so stupid. It's like they should have had Batman come in at his prime for at least 2 years and probably bring in Robin in the third year or something like that. At least
Well,
let the
if they're
world
good,
see Batman be Batman for a minute, or let Batman be Batman for one movie and then bring in Robin for the second movie. It don't even got to be his son.
well,
It's like
that's
you're
just it.
passing
I
up.
mean,
I don't know.
oh, go on.
They're passing up a shitload of Robins. They're passing up Dick Grayson and Jason
Right.
Todd and Tim Drake, and
Hmm.
just they're passing up all these characters just to get to Batman's son and don't even care about his son. So it just I don't know.
Well, in that case, if you're going to have an older Batman, then keep Clooney.
Yeah, but not
I mean, not Clooney, but Ben Affleck. That's what I meant. Sorry. Keep Ben Affleck then. I mean, what they're doing doesn't make sense over there.
yeah. Well, I guess
At least what they're laying out.
right, right. Well, I guess we'll see what it all turns out to be. I know, actually, man, comic books are, they got some pretty cool stuff out there. I'm not sure if anybody's heading back into the comic book stores, but if you guys haven't, you know, supported your local comic book store in a minute, it might be time
Mhm.
for you to step on in there. They got some things in there that are pretty good. They got Jeff Johns, Just Society of America, it's pretty damn good. It
Mhm.
sells out at my comic book store in one day. Green Lantern is selling out.
That's good.
Shit, man. Green Lantern hasn't sold out in many, many years.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's just my comic book store or not, but fuck, you going there for a fucking new Green Lantern comic? Shit, you might have to go to another comic book store because the one I go to, if you're not on the pull list, you ain't getting that comic. So
Right.
yeah, there's people in there buying up some stuff, man. Transformers and they're just getting ready to release uh over on Image Comics now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Image Skybound. They just got Transformers and GI Joe. So there's some stuff out there. They have a comic book called The Void or something like that that just released, and it's part of the new Skybound Image universe that they're gonna have. And they're gonna. And I heard they got some good writers for these new Transformer comic books. So I mean, I'm not trying to sell you on saying, hey, go back to a comic book store and blah blah blah. But what I'm saying is, uh, you won't know unless somebody tells you, hey, they got some stuff that
Hmm.
is getting put out now that is worthy of reading. And Superman comics they're pretty good now. Batman
Hmm.
is has picked up. Green Arrow's another good one that
Right.
people are picking up. Um, Again, Jeff Johns with Just Side of America is another one that's as people are buying. So I mean, there's comic books out there. You know, I'm not saying there's a good 5, 10 comics from DC that are doing pretty well. Same on Marvel side.
Hmm.
And then there's all the stuff in between. Isom 2 is out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and you definitely have you definitely have your what Image is doing, plus Spawn is kicking off again. So there's stuff out
Right.
there people are getting ready for. So he says, I've read The Ultimate Invasion and I'm waiting for the dumpster fire. That'll be Uncanny Spider-Man.
Mm.
We'll see. Yeah. Uncanny Spider-Man. Yeah, I did a video on it. I mean, I guess for the videos I dropped, did pretty well on the video.
Spider Ham. Spider
Yeah,
Ham.
a lot of people shit talking me, but comes with the territory.
Oh, of course.
Plus I allow when I do my videos, I do hit that function on there that it allows anybody to say anything on my video. Why? Because I
Hmm.
don't want to be the kind of guy
Right.
that or individual that would sit there and won't let somebody fully express themselves on the comment section of my video. So whatever the fuck somebody has to say, they
In
can
other words,
say it.
you don't want to be Kevin Smith.
Right? Yeah, I'm definitely not. But a lot of people don't even fool with that. They just do their videos, let it rip or whatever. But then a
Hmm.
lot of people wonder why um certain comments are not on there. Like, yo, I left you a comment, but now I don't see it anymore. Well, the thing is, if you leave it up to YouTube, sometimes they, pull comments themselves, you know, automatically, or I don't know how the fuck that shit works. But at the same
Hmm.
time, or they'll get suppressed. I don't know how the fuck all that works. But at the same time, if I'm sitting there and I'm allowing people to say whatever they want to say, then hopefully their whatever, even if it's crazy, their comment won't get banned or lost or shuffled away, or it won't
Right.
disappear. And they'll be allowed to have their word without without any kind of bullshit. And that's why I turn that on for every video. I've been
Right.
doing it. Yeah. Well, I've been doing it since I mean for years now.
Hmm.
At least 2 years I've been doing it ever since I found out I was able to allow because I remember getting messages, people saying, hey, I left a message, blah blah blah, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, well, what happened to this person's message and this and that? And I was like, well, but now that I turn all that stuff on, let them have whatever, let them say whatever they want to say. I don't lose messages like that.
Right. And really, honestly, if you're going to go out there and put something out on the videos and such, you have to be prepared to defend yourself. So if someone's going to come out there and come at you, it's like, well, okay, fine. This is how I'm going to defend myself and why you're a schmuck.
Right.
I mean, you got to be able to be willing to uh, back up what you're saying.
Right. Right.
And if you are wrong, if they point out that you're wrong, be man enough to admit it.
Right. I understand. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm. So I mean, there's no reason not. Don't be like Disney. Don't be like Kevin Smith. Don't be like Lucasfilm that has to hide behind something, because the mangina is so sensitive and irritable.
Right.
At least that's my opinion. The only stuff I get rid of is the stuff that's a spam that they throw in some of my comments.
Oh hell yeah.
It's like, I'm not your advertising board. Get the f out of here.
But shit, tell you what, brother. Uh, you got anything else you wanna?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, I think we had a pretty good kind of chill talk.
Yeah.
Relax,
Yeah.
sit back, and
I
enjoy.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you, man. Couldn't have done it without you, man.
Hmm. Definitely.
Shit, man. So, but
And
yeah,
of course, we have Independence Day coming up here, so of course, for everybody out there, just remember
oh,
about
of course,
that
you're right.
this is our nation's birthday, but while you're out there doing the hot dogs and baseball and firing off fireworks, which nothing wrong doing this, but just kind of remember everything that led us up to here, and
Right.
what a great country that we live in, and there's nothing wrong. Just like the people to the north that are enjoying Canada Day the other day, nothing wrong for them for looking up at that maple leaf and being proud of their nation. Uh, Nothing wrong with us looking up at the stars and stripes and being proud of ours. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and actually, to add to that, you know, our independence, freedom, and everything else is important. That's why it's funny, without constantly even thinking about it, just speaking about it, is why I sit there and allow people to say whatever the fuck they got to say in my comment section, you know, just to have the freedom to do so. That means a lot, letting folks be heard. So, with that, appreciate, you know, what everybody has fought for to get us to this point, to enjoy our Independence Day. And, hopefully everybody can enjoy theirs.
hmm
And, hopefully we'll get a chance to holler at y'all, if not tomorrow, Tuesday. Be dropping videos, trying to do a live stream here or there. But just want to tell everybody, thank y'all. Hopefully you all have a great 4th of July. I know a lot of people are taking tomorrow off, and they're having like a 4 or 5 day weekend type shit. So hopefully everybody stays safe. You have fun. Cook up a lot of barbecue. Eat some for your boy. I don't know if I have barbecue or not tomorrow, or Tuesday or whatever fuck. But hopefully I can get a hold of something, man. And if not, there's always next time. So it'll be all good.
Oh yeah.
But I know I love some barbecue, man. So yeah,
Mm.
just just don't forget about those that fought for our freedoms. And it's all good, man. So with that, just want to tell you guys I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix something to eat here and
hmm
try to have enjoy the rest of my evening. So you guys take care. I love you guys. Man, enjoy the rest of your weekend, your 4th of July, and Psycho Dwarf 9 grilling steaks later. Oh
Ooh,
man, you gonna
there we
rub
go.
it in, huh? Psycho Dwarf 9.
Yeah.
But
Beats
man,
me.
y'all take care, man. Love you guys, man. Have fun, enjoy your weekend, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah.